Hello, I'm Joanne Forrester, and I am here for Positively Pittsburgh Live, and I have the absolute pleasure of doing an interview with our author, and I would ask Margaret to hold up your title because we're at the Military Writers Society of America 2012 annual conference. Now, Margaret has a book that hits my time period, and it brings back memories. It brings back a lot of sad memories. But it also brings back a time in our country that we should all know about and remember and honor. I'd like to read a review from Kirkus Review on the book. Korea was just a country after that conflict, but Vietnam is still a war 40 years later. That is the assertion in question of Brown's Encyclopedia Dictionary. The A to Z coverage includes entries of military hardware, lingo, culture, personalities, and geography. The sum of over 500 items chronicles the 60s cultures, the hostile environments of Vietnam, and how that affected the United States infantry. I'm fascinated. Your book, Vietnam, that time, that place, that war. Again, that was my war.
My war too.
Yes, and we all have memories, and we all have memories that a lot of us haven't even shared. And I'd like to know what led you to write this book, that time, that place, that war?
I think two reasons. Number one, I ended up teaching a course in the Vietnam War without expecting to. I was in the English department, and the history department did not have such a course. So the honors program decided, we'll have a course. And I volunteered. And when I got into the course, I realized that what we were reading, I didn't know very much about. And I had to put together very hastily a 2-page glossary of terms because I could not find another glossary. So I wrote the book that I wish I had had when I first started teaching the Vietnam War.
Where were you teaching?
I was at Radford University in Radford, Virginia, which is southwest Virginia, way down in that corner. And it was interesting because I had two types of students taking my course. I had a number of students who came from the DC area with a parent working in the government and with a little money. And then I had a group of students from coal mining country, first person in their family to go to college.
Appalachia.
Appalachia, that's right.
So this book, how long did it take you to write?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years, yes.
That's a long time to labor over it. You must have had a great love for it.
It was that I always knew I would write this book because when I taught the course, I taught it with a group of local veterans from Vietnam Veterans of America. And they would come on Thursday evenings. And the first time I offered them the opportunity, one vet showed up. And I'm thinking, I don't think this is a good idea. This might not work.
Very difficult holding a class with one.
With one. And then I forgot that about half of my students were male. They were 18, what do you think the first question was that they asked?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
I was afraid to hear. How many people did you kill?
Wow.
I'm in the back of the room,
No,
and I'm wondering what to do.
so this is the book that came out of that.
This is the book that came out of that.
No.
And my one person on the stage, he said, I'll answer that question.
Wow.
He said, I don't know how many people I killed. He said, I was a grunt, which is an infantryman, and we were walking along a trail because you did not walk on the trail because the trails were booby-trapped.
You know, this book, and how can people buy this book?
There are many ways. It is on Nook and Kindle.
Okay.
It's also available on Amazon.com and my publisher, Ex Libris.
Well, this is Joanne Forrester. I've had the privilege of interviewing Margaret Brown, talking about Vietnam, that time, that place, that war. Joanne Forrester, Positively Pittsburgh Live. And for those of you who aren't Pittsburghers, we know you want to be. So you all come, yins come, and visit us. Positively Pittsburgh Live.